Good morning, evening, and/or afternoon. Struggle right here with a very early morning video. Early for me, not for you, because our videos release at 1 p.m. Eastern. Today's video, I'm going to go over my first impressions of My Heroes Ultra Rumble, which I'm going to put in the title that this is a shill video. I'm kidding. Just because I did like that with the Xenoblade 3 video. We're going to talk about what I liked from the game, what I think can be improved upon the game, and genuinely like what the experience was for me. And I like just to like let's just get started with this. So if you don't know by now, this is like the fourth video, but we always treat these as first time viewings just in case. My Hero Ultra Rumble was a three teams of three, 24 player battle royale game where it's 8 teams of three, and it's a fast paced action battle royale game. Like I tell you, like the action it's there. I was like genuinely impressed with how intense the game was. It gets really fast, really quick, and you need to know your hero's abilities and skills. Like I played a lot of Toga in the first session yesterday from 10 p.m. to about 3 a.m. And it was intense. Her main ability is she supports the team by like confusing the enemies with her movement abilities and changing or transforming into enemies and like actually just like disorienting them. And when you transform into enemies, you actually get access to their skills, right? Which is like really, really like crazy because you have to like know which hero you want to transform into. You got to know their shortcomings. You got to get ready to change your entire playstyle to play as Toga. And that was like universal across the board, where you're playing as these, or each of these heroes felt like they're very fine-tuned experience for the game, and I loved it. Honestly, the beta was very fun. It felt like a My Hero Academia game that wasn't tied to just being an arena fighter. No offense to One's Justice and those that love One's Justice. I think One's Justice is a pretty good game in general. I didn't get too much mileage out of One's Justice 2, but I did like the first one a lot. And I think King, the developers of Ultra Rumble, who did develop One Justice, like they found a formula that worked for them, and it wasn't breaking that mold from the arena fighting game aspect of the anime games that like you kind of expect anime games to all be this arena fighting game, and they don't have to be. Like we got to see what a super powered quirk infested battle royale game felt like, and there were times when I was playing with my friend Trainer S2, who was streaming the game as well, and like there were times where he was sneaking around in the battlefield, and we just saw Mount Lady across USJ fighting and duking it out with another Mount Lady. A Shigaraki sneaking around trying to get some decays going, and it really just showcased the uniqueness of everybody's quirks, right? Like you had to like really factor in, oh, am I about to fight an All Might, or or like figure out what's happening, because each situation was different. There wasn't like weapons or like rarity of weapons. You kind of just level up your quirks through getting these cards in game, and that was good. I really like that. It definitely, like, coming out of the door for a battle royale game, it has its own identity, and that's good for battle royale games. There are a dime a dozen. There's so many of them out there, and to have one of your first anime IPs to be based off of a battle royale game, I think Viking really nailed it. I walked away from the first session wanting to play more. And of course, with this first impression, outside of like just gameplay, which I will be having rolling in the background, pardon the quality because I was having internet troubles while streaming last night. Um, Outside of the gameplay issues within the game, no, not gameplay issues, but outside of the gameplay experience, let's not say issues because there wasn't too many issues. The only like bugs that I ran into while playing the game was when you would load into a match, it would kind of like freeze up just a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, did my game just crash?" But it wouldn't. It didn't crash. My games didn't really crash. They just like that initial loading bug felt problematic, and I feel like they'll address that. But the overall experience of getting into the game, forming a team, joining up with teams, that felt good. That was smooth. A lot of the social stuff is there. There is an in-game friend request system as well. And then there's like this general team system where you can like form a team and give out your team ID, which I think they should probably like. It's a great idea, but if you're streaming it, they should probably put like a streamer mode out there where it blocks the ID so that you can share it with the people you do want to play with. And outside of that, my only like real like gameplay nitpicks is definitely I would love to see like some shield potion or the shield potion and the health potion. I would love to see like a cycling rather than having to go into the menu to alternate between the two, just because that would get rid of some of that jank right there. But the actual moment to moment gameplay with like moving around, fighting, and your quirk interactions, all of that felt good. In general, I want to talk about the gacha aspect. Gacha. Gacha is something that's scary, you know. And if the beta is like an indication of what's to come with the gacha aspect, I do think the game's fine. Just because the only thing that's tied to the gacha aspect in the game is the cosmetics, which is fine. They don't affect the game in any way. Like, you do have some really sick ass outfits. Like, you can get Shigaraki's not World Heroes missions, but Heroes Rising coat with his red coat. You can get Toga's Cammy outfit. You can get all mice different designs. And if that's the extent of the microtransactions in the game, they did a good job with like limiting it to that. But the beta indicates that like it's kind of just going to be the cosmetics, and if that's really the case for the full release of the game, it is a free to play game. So I was expecting the microtransactions to be much more egregious, but they aren't. And it is just a beta. It could change between the beta and the full launch of the game, as like you're trying to find like the sweet spot. But from what I did like experience with the roles, you got a lot of gold. Like, even if you lost a match very early, you got 1,000 gold per match that you'd lose. And the better you played, you got like about 2,000 ish. And that's like the system of playing the game actually lets you earn enough points to like buy roll tickets to roll from the banner, which like again, the banners consisted of just cosmetic stuff such as costumes, emotes, voice dialogue choices, and stuff like that. And honestly, I walked away from the first session feeling great. I'll be playing the next session, which starts at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, August 18th, for those that don't know. And it runs all the way up till Monday morning at 3 a.m. Eastern. And I would love to hear your thoughts on the game. Like, I had a blast with it. It felt fun. There's definitely there's a great foundation to it, and I am willing to be a part of it now because I loved what I played of it. So with that, remember, like, if you have any opinions and you played it, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you like the My Hero Academia content, feel free to stick around with subscribing to the channel, leaving a like on the video, and commenting to let me know what you thought of it. It was really fun. I cannot tell you how much of a fun time it was. I hope you all have a wonderful day / night / evening, depending on your time zone, and we'll pick up with some more My Hero Ultra Rumble content sometime soon. I'll probably be streaming it all weekend, so I'll have B-roll footage.